Hello everybody and welcome to Miss Maths Help. So for today's lesson I'm going to teach you how we simplify surds, and in order to do this correctly I am going to write a list of all the square numbers on the side here. So my square numbers are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, and then 144. So I've listed all my square numbers up to the first 12 square numbers. So I want to simplify the square root of 12. And in order to simplify the square root of 12, you need to find out what the biggest square number is that can be divided into that number that's inside the square root. So what's the biggest square number that can be divided into 12? So work your way through them. Once you've worked your way through them, you can do 12 divided by 1, but that's just going to keep you with 12 times 1. 12 can be divided by 4. 4 can be divided into 12. 9 can't be divided into 12. 16 is too big, so I know the square number, the biggest square number that can be divided into 12 is 4. So what is my factor pair which uses 4 to make 12? It is going to be 4 times 3. So I am going to split the square root of 12 into 4 times 3. And something that's important here is to always write the square number first, and I'll tell you why later on. So I've split 12 into 4 times 3. Now I can split this further into separate surds, so that will be root 4 times root 3. And I need to see now, are there any surds that can be simplified? I know that square root of 4 can be simplified because 4 is a square number. I can express this by simplifying the square root of 4. The square root of 4 is 2. That's going to be 2 times root 3. That is the reason why we wrote down, we put the square number first. So I've got 2 times root 3, and I can just express this as 2 root 3. Okay? That is example 1. Now let's look at another example. I'm going to do another example. Let's simplify the square root of 72. So I want you to write down this example and be prepared to make notes. So we want to simplify the square root of 72. This topic will not come into a calculator paper, because in a calculator paper you can just put that into your calculators. So an examiner would want to see you showing these steps. These are the steps you need to be getting the marks. So simplify the square root of 72. So the number inside the square root is 72. I need to go and work through the list of my square numbers to see what is the highest square number that can be divided into 72. So 72 divided by 1 works, but that's not going to be it. It's never going to be 1. 72 divided by 4 also works. 72 divided by 9. So yes, 72 divided by 9 also works. 72 divided by 16 doesn't work. 72 divided by 25 doesn't work. 72 divided by 36 does work. And when I work my way through these, none of them are going to be divided into 72. So 36 is actually the highest square number that can be divided into 72. So I'm going to split 72. So the square root of 72 using 36. And what do I multiply 36 by to give me 72? Well, that's going to be 2. So the square root of 72 equals the square root of 36 times 2. I can further split this up to being the square root of 36 times the square root of 2. Remember again, you always write the square number first because that's the one we can further simplify. What is the square root of 36? Well, it is going to be 6. 6 times root 2. And now I can just get rid of that multiplication sign and leave it as 6 root 2.